like it knew that the mystery of Atlantis would be solved in 2020. I'll take this as a serious W for this year. It all happened after the analysis of a 2,400-year-old coin, which was fairly recently discovered. Now the mystery might finally be unraveled. A professor in geology discovered and interpreted a bunch of markings on the back of this coin. These were the markings. I'll be honest, it looks like a hunk of load of shit to me. But apparently it's not. It's actually an ancient map of the world. It says that there's a clear depiction of the Mediterranean basin, Asia, and America. I'll take your fucking word for it, mate. Basically, it's a fucking map! What's also interesting is this coin was actually created at the same time that Plato unveiled the story of Atlantis. It is kind of difficult to see, not like they had the fucking space station back in the day. But if the interpretations are right, Atlantis was here. It actually makes sense, especially when compared to previous descriptions of it. It was said that Atlantis was a part of a series of islands that you could cross, leading you to the large continent, America. Ding, 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 ding. Guess we gotta go find out. Man, where's my goggles? Hang on! Now this is just strange. Straight up time travel shit. And no one really knows how this happened. This strange artifact was discovered in Texas. This relatively modern day hammer was found encased in 400 million year old strata. Excuse me? Typically it was discovered in 1934. So why does this baffle so many people? For the hammer to become embedded in this rock like it is, it must have been built before the rock formed. As I said, it's 400 million years old! Now I'm not a hammer connoisseur, but I don't think hammers were rocking about during the Devonian. Analysis shows that the hammer was built with an iron purity that could only be achievable through modern day technology. All research determines that this rock underwent its processes like putrefaction back in ye old days, 400 fucking million years ago. What the fuck, bruh? Some people think this is proof of like a past civilization on Earth that we didn't know about. Me? No. I like the thought of time travel. Someone really done fucked up just leaving a hammer just chilling there. Yep, someone's getting fired. So what do you think? Elon! Venus just became a serious contender for alien life. Oh shit, you're not. But I do know what you're thinking. Hey Matt, Venus is literally the hottest planet in the solar system. So what are your theories that ET's just chilling there with some fucking tannin oil? Eh? Quick side note. Sexy. Basically, we have detected what is known as phosphine in the clouds of Venus. Okay. Now on Earth, we can see this produced through industrial processes and through microbes. Our little friends. But that's it! Scientists have literally said it doesn't belong here. End of discussion! Researchers haven't been able to find a way to produce as much phosphine as was detected. Plus, it's kind of promising signs there's life there. Just chilling in the clouds, waiting for humans to come fact shit up. Damn it. See, we won't know for sure until we take a quick trip across the road, if you know what I mean. However, it is mildly hot there, about 470 degrees Celsius, as well as the clouds literally containing sulfuric acid. Fucking delightful. Now, I'm not going to be a space travel agent. I wouldn't recommend it over the Bahamas. Sarcasm aside, this has excited a lot of people. If life is chilling there, that changes everything we know. As long as it is in this one. This one can fact off. Just in case it is. Elon! Right. No! I'm saying this right fucking now. We're not making this an annual thing. Not a seasonal thing. Not a thing. The clowns are back. Remember these terrifying fuckers from 2017? Just wandered around and chased the shit out of people? Oh yeah, they've decided to come back right in time for the Christmas festivities. This doesn't make any sense. Let me check my calendar. Oh wait, no, it makes perfect sense. It's still 2020! Which means they've come back to add to the cake of fatness this is this year. I'm done. There have been countless reports of people getting chased by clowns with weapons. And that they're even more terrifying and crazier than last time. Oh good, they've evolved. I'm fucking proud. Yeah, that's happening. What else, you might ask? Apart from the fact that the entire state of California is just about burning down. Yeah, nothing much apart from that. However, in some good news, it doesn't look like TikTok is going anywhere. Booyah! I've still got a career. Fuck yeah. However, still feel free to subscribe to my YouTube at MjcMatthew. Road to 100k. Vlogs you don't want to miss. Yeah. Elon! Oh goody, because this year was getting a bit boring. Nah, ancient microbes are just now waking up from a 100 million year nap. In 2020, it was fucking surprised. I can't be bothered. These microbes even existed before the big T-Rex was rocking about. And they found themselves buried in dirt at the bottom of the ocean floor for 100 big ones. So basically they were rested and now ready to fuck shit up. So what do we decide to do? Dig them up. Because we're curious. I don't got a good feeling about this. Located somewhere in the South Pacific Ocean, scientists woke up 99.1% of the microbes, finding, and I quote, they're ready to eat. Eat? What? Us? Probably. So here's my issue. Microbes are living on us all the time, and they can be pretty chill. Most help us, but there can be bad ones. And us waking microbes up from 100 million years ago, they may as well be alien to us. We don't know what they're capable of. Now if we'd woke them up in 2021, it'd probably be sound. But just because it's 2020, there'll probably be some unstoppable machines of destruction. I just feel like with the history of 2020, the odds are not in our favor. Let's see where this shit plays out. Or not. Elon! Okay. I'm I'm scared! Because these weird and unexplainable places found on Google Maps will freak you the fuck out. First up, we've got Phantom Island. It's as weird as it sounds. Also known as Sandy Island, but that sounds cool. Found just northwest of New Caledonia on maps. Now in 2012, a group of Australian researchers found it and were like, the fuck is that? And I don't blame them. It shows up as a black polygon. I'm no scientist, but islands don't look like that. So they decided to sail there and check it out. Problem is, when they got there, they weren't greeted by solid land. Just open, empty water. What does Google Maps know that we don't? Or why is it hiding? Ah shit, here come the nightmares. Next up. No! The fuck? In an isolated corner of Kazakhstan is a fucking massive pentagram measuring at 1,200 feet. Excuse me? Now apparently this is an outline of a park, but I don't know. I think we've just found the final boss of 2020. Sam D! This last one was just funny. It's an island in a lake on an island in a lake on an island. Nature be crazy. But as for the pentagram, Elon! Alright, now this is just straight up fact and proof that the dang apocalypse is coming in 2020. That's the finale! We're all doomed! So welcome to your regular scheduled show. What the fuck has 2020 done this week? Firstly, not one, but two! Tropical storm named Laura and Marco. Don't say it, Polo. Fuck. A Category 4 and a Category 2 hurricane with the same target. The Caribbean and the US Gulf Coast. Oh yeah, it's 2020, so that's normal! I'm honestly waiting for them to team up and become one super hurricane. Like, what's next? 2 tsunamis joining power. No, 2020, I take it back! So if you're anywhere in this general area, please be safe. Next up, it wouldn't be a month in 2020 if we didn't have one of these coming for us. A meteor coming to Earth for November. Just coming for the Christmas festivities. Now, this shouldn't do us any harm, but still... Nope! Oh, and lastly, didn't I mention that this is now mutated? Yep, that's right. Somehow it got worse. It has mutated into a strain that is 10 times more infectious. Excuse me! I don't know about you guys, but maybe wake me up for when it's New Year so we can all scream Jumanji and get out of the fucking game. Elon! This true story of a survived pilot's experience in the Bermuda Triangle will freak you the fuck out! On December 4th, 1970, this lovely old chap right here, Bruce Gernon, was taking his plane to Miami Beach. It's tanning season! Now the journey from here to here usually takes about an hour and a half. But just remember that time, because about 10 minutes in, shit got weird. An altitude of about 11,500 feet, a very unusual and mysterious cloud appeared. I know you're thinking, oh my god, cloud! That's not the scary part. They decided to fly through it. Logic! But as soon as they did, everything went pitch black, with mysterious white flashes happening all around them. But they said it wasn't lightning. They were in there for 30 minutes and could not find a way out. However, suddenly a gap opened up, resembling that of a tunnel, with clouds spinning around the edges. As they went through it, it got narrower and narrower, and their navigation system went crazy and completely malfunctioned. But they escaped. Huzzah! However, when they got out, they were already in Miami Beach. It had been 45 minutes, half the time. They'd also used half the fuel that was necessary to get there. This made no sense. Like the cloud acted like a wormhole, and spat them out in Miami Beach. The story checks out, but how? Elon! So in part 1, I told you a very weird story about a 4-year-old boy who had a very terrifying encounter with the paranormal. And that 4-year-old boy was me. Plot twist! But what happened after? Because my entire fucking comment section. This is where shit gets weird. Now, a lot of weird stuff has happened in this house, but nothing compares to the incident. It was one normal late night. My father had put me to bed and was going around the house closing all the doors and turning all the lights off. He closed the door to the living room where we used to have a coal fire and started walking down the hallway to go to bed, to rest his little head, when suddenly something really bright lights up behind him. He turns around and looks through the glass door of the living room to see the entire room lit up. He thought there was a fire in there, so he ran into the room quickly and looked towards the coal fire, which had somehow lit up into a blaze. Aye, because that's normal! A second after he sees it, it immediately goes out. Like that. Somehow the fire had lit itself and then gone out just as quickly. Safe to say we got rid of the coal fire, because nope! At this point, we were kind of scared. We had no idea what was in the house. We had a few theories, but we still didn't know. Oh, and fun fact, we still live in the same house. And yes, this is a genuine true story. So this started happening after I was born. Great. Elon! Now, I think we can all agree that the ocean's a pretty fucking terrifying place. Yeah. I said what I said! Well, imagine getting stuck at the bottom of it for 3 days. Well, for Harrison Ojegba Okene, this was a fucking reality. One night working as a cook just off the coast of Nigeria, Poseidon was like, hey, no! A huge rogue wave flipped the boat over and it started sinking to the bottom of the ocean, where it rested at 30 meters, 100 feet. Now, in complete darkness, oh yeah, and not being able to breathe, he managed to find one air pocket in the engineer's office. And that 4-foot little gap would be his lifeboat. Oh, and it gets worse, because sharks were now inside and around the boat. Welcome to the party, you shit. So not only did he have to worry about the sharks, but also dehydration, hypothermia, and oh, you're not getting saved. He found 3 Coke cans around him to keep him hydrated. Coca-Cola saves the day! And a mattress underneath him to keep most of his body out of water. You know, preventing that thing called hypothermia. After 60 hours, he hears divers around the boat. And after grabbing one of the arms of the diver and scaring the shit out of him probably, he was finally saved. That's horrific. Elon! This true story about a young boy's paranormal experience will freak you the fuck out. And if you don't believe in the paranormal, just wait. So a 4-year-old boy who lived in the U of the K, the land of the sheep, had an apparent imaginary friend, a tall, kind, older woman, and he would commonly sit on the family steps of the home talking to her late at night. But the parents didn't see anything wrong with this. So to be honest, it's pretty normal having an imaginary friend at this point. However, one day the young boy goes to his parents and tells them something that she told him to tell them. It was an address, a location, which no one in the immediate family recognized. However, a couple days later, while drinking a nice cup of tea with a longtime family friend, they were informed that this address was the house in which the dad's mother had grew up in as a child, because unfortunately she had passed away long before the 4-year-old was born. Now let me stress, this house hadn't been visited in decades. The boy nor the parents had ever gone there in their entire lives. So how did he know the address? So now the family are kind of freaked out. They're thinking, what is living in our house? Because there's no way the 4-year-old should have ever known this, because even the parents hadn't ever gone to that house. Oh, and one more thing about the story. The 4-year-old boy was actually me. You won't believe what happened next. Elon! A dent in our magnetic field. You know, that little thing that allows for all life to exist perfectly with no issues? Well, yeah, now it's breaking apparently. I say apparently, it's 2020. Who's fucking surprised? I apologize, these 2020 videos are making me lose my mind. But I do have a quick message to whoever's playing Jumanji still. Cut it the fuck out! So NASA is observing a dent in the Earth's magnetic field over fears of the magnetosphere splitting in half. What does that even mean? Basically, this is the invisible force field around the Earth, protecting us from the Big Daddy Sun. You know, from his harmful radiation, solar winds, you get it. And without it, well, it's gonna get real fucking crispy. Us and Mars will be wearing the same costume to the party, if you know what I mean. Sizzle, sizzle. Now, over the past 200 years, it's weakened by 9%. Oh, it's just weakening a little bit. Oh yeah, cause normal! But one spot in particular, as you can see, is very weak, known as the South Atlantic Anomaly, stretching from Chile to Zimbabwe. Oh, just down the road. No! With predictions, it's just gonna keep getting worse. And we don't know why, but could it be leading us to our natural polar reversal? Which we have no idea what it's gonna do to civilization and could wipe us out completely. Elon! Right, this video is gonna fuck you up. Sorry. And I've pretty much only just found this out. This right here is Noah, and he claims to have traveled back from the year 2030. Not only that, he somehow passed a lie detector test. So say what you will, now I'm kind of scared. He came back with a warning that things were inevitably about to fuck up. Who's surprised? He also came back with a list of things that's going to happen. And in my opinion, the most interesting of those from 2028 to 2029. So let's go through them. August 2028, where time travel and concrete evidence for the existence of little old ET will be released to the public. That's kind of creepy considering the government's already planning on releasing certain documents about a UFO project. Okay, Noah, we'll give you that one. Next up, November 2028, where the President of the United States will be Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter, Yolanda Renee King. The only mild issue about this one is you have to be 35, and she'll be fucking 20. But I don't know, the rules could change. Then we've got February 2029, where implant chips known as The One will be released to the public, allowing people to stay healthy and expand their natural brain functions. I'm getting Lucy vibes. But also, Elon! I am telling you right now that the final boss of 2020 is going to be a zombie apocalypse. Why, you might ask? Well, yet again, nature has found a way to make all my nightmares come true. Turn a terrifying insect into a zombie! Like, I actually shit you not. This ain't fake. I wish it was. Now, we all know about the million cicadas that are just taking a fucking wander onto the surface just because it's 2020. Also, just found this picture. I feel sick. But what's worse than a million cicadas? A million zombie cicadas. Oh, goody. Mind-controlling fungus makes zombie cicadas lure other cicadas to a zombie fate. Neptune's nice this time of year. Once a cicada is infected by the fungus, it romantically attracts other cicadas to its fate. Come here, boy! Where it too is then infected and zombified. But that isn't the worst part. Fam! This next part's disturbing, because a week later the fungus will then start devouring the insect, and its body disintegrates. But somehow it keeps flying around. How does one get Thanos and just go brrr? At what point does this zombie shit go from nature to human? I'm scared. Elon! Right, let's assume you suddenly get yeeted back to the time of the Big Daddy Dino. Could you fucking survive? Let's find out. Think about walking through the Cretaceous kind of like walking through a zoo. However, the zoo's 1,000 fucking miles long and every cage is open, huh? Yeah, this ain't no walk in the park. For starters, the oxygen would be fine. There was actually 50% more oxygen back in the Cretaceous. So it takes some getting used to, but you'll be good. Now I know you're thinking, where's this fucker? They were predominantly in 2 areas, so maybe don't go there. But T-Rexes aren't the only one you gotta keep your wits about. We'll get to you in a fucking minute. You would have to build in trees to stop land animals, you know. Yeah. Now water and food. Water you can go from lakes to seas to rivers, but remember to boil that shit. Also, quick tip, maybe don't go for a dip, I don't know. As for food, yes, there's plenty of dinosaurs you could go to battle with. I wouldn't fucking recommend. So maybe a less bitey option would be eggs in trees. It's kind of grim, but it's a good source of protein. However, tip number 2, maybe make sure the mother isn't there. So yes, with half decent survival skills, you could actually survive this period very well. Matthew, you're forgetting something. Huh? Oh, fuck. I actually know how you can survive this. Really? Yes, you go into the forest and find the highest tree you possibly can, and then yell, Elon! Right, you stop scrolling because you're definitely going to want to fucking hear this. My mind is blown. As of yesterday, the Pentagon announced that they're going to be releasing information that could be the biggest discovery in human fucking history. Aliens. I shit you not. This ain't clickbait. This is real. The Senate committee report outlines spending on what is known as the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, and that they'll release information every 6 months. And some of this information is going to be about off-world vehicles that were not made on Earth. Do you know what that means? It is coming home. They have already acknowledged 3 UFO videos that are real. Real unidentified flying objects. This is one of them. Now, I won't go into too much story. This was taken on the 14th of November, 2004. It's an insane story, please go read it. However, it is called the Flying Tic Tac. One of these fucking things. A UK defence official even said in a statement that some of this information is a bombshell revelation. Could this be the year we actually find out the truth? Of course, it's back in 2020! Personally, I'm not worried about this. I am so excited you have no idea. This is perfect. Elon! Yeah, this video is definitely on brand for me. Here are 3 of Elon Musk's craziest and, in my opinion, fucking coolest predictions for our very near future. And this first one is scheduled for 2023. Thank you, the great one. Now, have you ever wanted to tour the moon? You know, the big block of fucking cheese. Well, apparently you can. Well, soon. By 2023, Elon hopes his SpaceX program will allow for tours around the moon. And this is like legit. So much so that a Japanese billionaire already put a down payment to be one of the first on board. Can I come? The next one comes with a bit of a scary warning, saying that we must merge with robots to survive, due to him genuinely believing there could be a robot takeover if we're not careful. I'll protect you, Elon Daddy! He plans on putting like hard drives in our brain, also known as Neuralink. It looks like that, with which we could do insane things. I trust you, Elon. And of course, if I'm talking about Elon, how can I not talk about Yoda's long-lost brother, E.T.'s planet, Mars? By 2025, he hopes to have a working city up there. Oh no, this is bit shit. Fuck. That's my home right there. This is perfect. Elon! I'll be honest, this whole video is just proof that we don't need to look for glow stick finger ET on fucking Neptune. All we gotta do is take a dip into our oceans, cause what I'm about to show you is fucking terrifying. Now, if you're already scared of the ocean, I'm sorry. Firstly, what the fuck are you? This thing be looking like it's out of the Blair Witch Project. This is the big fin squid. A squid that's 26 feet in size. Fam! That's like 4.5 times the size of me. Obviously, because I am a 6-foot alpha fucking male. Now, these apparently live in the deep ocean. And as far as I'm concerned, they can fucking stay there. Not yet. The lion mane jellyfish. And I think I just invented a brand new phobia. Now don't worry, this image has been photoshopped, but their size is still ridiculous. Measuring some at over 30 meters. It's bigger than a blue whale! I'll be honest, the kindest thing I can say to this creature, fuck off. Now you know my distaste for jellyfish. So this, you can do it. Elon!